Do you suffer low back pain, or have you been diagnosed with a lumbar disc bulge or sciatica? If you answered yes, stay tuned. In this video, we're going to go over 3 of the best evidence-based exercises to fix your disc bulge and to get quick relief from sciatic pain. Let's get into the video and let's take a look. Welcome back to another episode of Physio Tips with Mauro. I'm your host, Mauro Burnett. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a board-certified orthopedic specialist in physical therapy and the owner of Australian Physiotherapy Specialist, Physical Therapy Center here in Jacksonville, Florida. For today's episode, we're going to discuss sciatica and lumbar disc bulge pain. I'm going to go over some of the anatomy, and most importantly, we're going to go over 3 of the most evidence-based exercises to give you quick relief from disc pain and sciatica. First, I just want to mention that sciatica and disc bulge pain is super prevalent in the United States. In the latest statistics that I was reading, 4 out of 5 Americans will have low back pain in their lifetime. Disc pain is one of the largest causes of having low back pain. So if you're out there and you've had back pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This can be pretty debilitating. Pain could emanate from the disc. It could radiate into your buttock, it could go down into your hamstring, the back of your leg, all the way down to your foot. So your disc can radiate pain by itself down into the leg. Your joints of your back, when they're irritated, could also radiate pain into the leg, but often it doesn't go below the knee when it's coming from the joint. Finally, your nerve, the sciatic nerve, that when irritated with pain or inflammation, that could radiate pain down into your leg. In a moment, I'm going to bring up my skeleton model here, and let's take a look at the disc as we look at it a little bit closer. Okay, let's take a look at my model here, and we'll take a little closer look at the lower back. Here we have the nerves exiting the tunnels in the lower back. And as they exit, of course, they come and form one large nerve, which is the sciatic nerve, which travels through the buttock and down to the leg. On this side of the model, we've got a disc bulge. This bulge is bulging out. This in itself can be very painful. And if the bulge goes far enough, it could hit some of these nerves, and that could irritate this nerve and give us a pretty nasty pain down into the leg. So we're going to take a look at a couple exercises that you can do at home to reduce that disc bulge, to make it smaller, to take that pressure off the disc and start giving you some relief. Let's dive into exercise number 1. Mackenzie lumbar rotation. All right, guys, for this first exercise, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about maybe the right side, as if the right side was having a disc bulge that was causing pain either into the right buttock or down the right side of the leg. So what we're going to do, you're lying down. This is that scenario where it's pretty acute, your pain is pretty sore, and this might be the most comfortable position for you to start in. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take my feet, and I'm going to kind of tiptoe over a little bit to the right, and then from here what I'm going to do is slowly let my legs start to go over to the right side as far as you can comfortably. If you need to, you could put some pillows underneath your leg to limit how far it goes based on your comfort. But the objective is to let it go over, and then finally, with your back on the table, you let your legs get all the way over. At this point, what you're going to do is then hold this stretch for 1 to 2 minutes. If it switches off your pain, that's beautiful. That's what we want. We could also play around a little bit with flexion, bringing your legs up a little bit higher, to see if that's a little more comfortable. But in general, your knees and your hips should be flexed to about 90 degrees. Hold that for about 2 minutes. If it's giving you relief, fantastic. Maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And then you slowly come out of that. If this exercise works, it's really nice for centralizing or getting pain out of the buttock or legs and bringing that pain back closer towards the spine. That's a fantastic exercise. Give it a try. If it makes you feel bad, maybe that's not right for you. We're going to look at another exercise. But if it works well, that's a great exercise for taking some of that disc bulge pain and getting some of that pain out of your leg. Let's take a look at the second exercise. Mackenzie prone press up. Exercise number 2 is going to be the Mackenzie back extension exercise. I'm going to start by lying on my stomach, relax the muscles in my lower back, put my arms down by my side, and I might stay in this position for 2 to 3 minutes, letting my back relax. If it's too painful, you could put a pillow underneath your hips. Otherwise, we're just going to try to lie flat. After you've done this for 3 minutes, the second exercise is you now prop onto your elbows. Once you prop onto your elbows, you're now going to hold that position for about 3 minutes. Relaxing your back, let the stomach kind of sink into the table. This is going to prepare you for exercise number 3. For exercise number 3, first one's lay on your stomach, second one is on the elbows. The third one's going to be put the hands by the side of the table and you begin to press your upper half up. Make sure you go as far as you can comfortably and back down. It's very important that your hips do not lift off of the table. You want your hips and your lower half to stay flat. Only the upper half lifts. So you don't want to use your back muscles. Make it all about your arms, your triceps, and your chest muscles to lift you up. You go as far as you can comfortably. You think to yourself, pressure on, pressure off, and then you come back down. You'll repeat this process 10 times. If this is starting to relieve the pain from your buttock or your leg or your back, that's fantastic. Of course, if this exercise is making your pain worse, making your leg pain worse, making it go further down your leg, this might not be the right exercise for you. Definitely give it a try, see how you do. If this works well, like the previous exercise, you could do this about every 2 hours until you start to get rid of this pain from your back and your leg. So that might equate to 6 or 8 times during the day, evenly spread out, maybe like every 2 hours. All right, let's get into our third exercise. Slump neural glides. Our third exercise is going to be called the Maitland Slump exercise. In 1985, a very famous physiotherapist from Australia named Geoff Maitland came up with this sciatic nerve test. It's called the slump test. Your arms go behind your back, your head goes down, you slump a little bit, and then you begin to bring your leg up, and then you bring your toes up at the same time. And then you look to see if this position or this exercise brings on the pain, your sciatic pain in the leg. If it does, and it's different than the other side, and it reproduces your sciatica, then that would be positive for neural tension in the leg. You can use this as a nice exercise. The way it works, I lower my head, I begin to bring my foot up, my toe up, and then I lift my head at the same time, and then I go back down. It's important that I only stretch my leg far enough so that it's still pain-free. If you stretch it too much, it can irritate your nerve and can be counterproductive. The idea is we want to gently glide the nerve. The more inflamed it is, the more painful it is, the more gentle you want to do this. But if we do it right, keep it pain-free, just go up as far as you can. My head goes down, toe goes down. Toe goes up, head goes up. I often teach this to my patients, like in American football when you're kicking a field goal. You kick the ball and you look up to see if you made it. Look down, slide down. This can easily be done 10 repetitions. After you're done, recheck and see how your leg feels. It's been clinically researched in many, many studies, and it's been efficacious for showing decreased leg pain, decreased back pain, and improving function. This can be done 3 or 4 times during the day. Give it a try. If it proves successful, gives you relief, keep it. If it makes you feel worse, don't do it. Discontinue. I would recommend maybe searching out a physiotherapist in your neighborhood that's had Maitland training or Mackenzie training to give you some help with your sciatic problems. Well, thanks for watching today's video on 3 exercises to reduce pain from a disc bulge and sciatica. If you got some value out of this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And remember, you can subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this in the future
on physical therapy related tips. If any of the exercises give you some relief or you have some questions, drop me a comment. I'm always excited to hear great success stories. Well, let's goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time on Physio Tips with Mara.